OWSD is a forum where women in the developing world can unite to support each other in career development.
I have learned to appreciate just how disciplines can work together to enforce a different look, a different take at black science, black scientists specifically, and how we as different faceted academics can work together towards bridging the gap.
We've ensured that we run these skills development workshops for science communication and engagement.
What I've learned from this session is that we must not use jargon language.
The Women in Science workshop was very amazing. I learned quite a lot. But for me, the one thing that stood out is the importance of networking, that, you know, your research or whatever academic pursuit is not just about you and your work or your lab desk. You have to meet other people that know more and, you know, be in connection with them, because that is very helpful.
I also love the idea of policy making, and this I couldn't have learned if I didn't come here.
With all the energy sources that we could have in South Africa, we definitely aren't utilizing them enough.
Renewable energy sources, I think, is a very good thing. So I think that the move towards the future is we can overcome the current energy problem with the renewable energy sources.
Nelson, who was educating us about their program, mentioned that they actually facilitate or they monitor the progress and the changes that happen in the water.
So not just looking at, okay, well, we've got clean water now, but what about in 20 years' time? What about in 30 years' time? What about maybe in a century from now? Will we have enough water to sustain the population?
We selected about 16 girls that are in different disciplines, but mainly most of them are in science, and we were targeting mostly young scientists so that we can also equip them with communication and engagement skills today.
I've learned a lot by being here today. I've interacted with the ladies and I think they're all amazing.
Many Nigerians provide their electricity in Nigeria, and the fuel crisis in Nigeria has gone from, I'll say it has really gone bad.
I got to get the feel of other people's career paths and so on. I also learned a lot about the differences between renewable and non-renewable energy sources.
Makadi, my experience so far, I should say this workshop was quite innovative, and it was actually empowering, especially on us women, as it was teaching us quite well on research, especially on water management and energy. And I should say it was more like teaching us to be outspoken, to learn to speak fluently, and also to interact with everybody.
You need to advertise yourself, and you need to use research in a way that is going to benefit not only the people in your career path, but also people who do not have enough background about the research that you're doing. I also learned that you need to simplify your researches in order for people to understand what you're doing.
I was like the little fish because they're all master students. But having said that, I was so inspired by these young women that are in the same field as me, and I've been intrigued to further my research, as they call it, in fish analysis.
This year when I went back home, Grahamstown was also experiencing some drought, and there was no water for about a week, so that also has taught me to value water a lot.
Coming here, I learned how to simplify my project, because I didn't think that I could simplify my title so that everyone can understand what I'm actually talking about. But coming here, I learned like not everyone understands our language, because even though most of us are doing chemistry, but not everyone understands like the organic language or the polymer language.
The workshop that we had today brought women from all walks of life at Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University, and we did not realize how much we didn't know they were going to impact us. Some of the stories that came out today were so inspiring, to the extent that we feel that going forward,
we need to continue communicating and engaging with women in science as well as in other faculties. So thank you for this opportunity, and we certainly look forward to seeing you at our next workshop.